Hello guys, this is Gabriel Roberts from Roberts Bushcraft. Today, going to be talking to you about the OR Firebrand Gloves, Coyote Brown Edition. Let's get right into it. To begin with, on the outside of the glove, you've got an elastic wrist here. So it cinches it down around your wrist, keeping it nice and tight so it's not going to slide off, not going to shift around on you. You want this to fit like a glove, not like a mitt. Since these are the gloves, there you go. So these gloves have a retention system that goes around the glove here, around the base, as well as this cord. Let's get to that in a moment. So to begin with, this cord, you'll see this tiny piece on the end. This is something that you can bite onto. If you already have your other glove on, it's going to be really hard to manipulate this cord lock, this barrel lock. So you're going to have to use your teeth. So very simply, when this piece is down at the end, you'll just bite it and just pull. And the harder you pull, tighter it gets. That's very simple, and it works very well. Now, if this glove were to come off my hand, so I'm just going to pull it off, it would go completely off. Let's say I was on the side of a mountain, I was going to get a drink of water, and I needed to take my glove off to get to my canteen. I would have just lost my glove in the wind. Now, if I were to loosen this back up real quick, if I were to have applied the idiot cord, if I were to have this on, which is simply, there's multiple different ways you can do this. I find it easiest to run it right over the outside of the glove like that. To bite it and tighten it up. Now, with this tab applied, if I were to lose my glove is not going to fall away from me. It's going to stay attached to my arm. I mean, as you can see, this thing will not come off. Tight as you can get it, it's going to stay. So there you go. Two very simple things that this glove does that I think are pretty necessary as far as an outdoor, especially an extreme cold weather glove where you're going to have multiple layers on and you might need to take this off to get to something. Having something like the idiot cord, as well as a retention system to keep the heat locked in and to keep it nice and tight around your arm, are pretty innovative things to do, and in my mind necessary for an outdoor glove. Let's get into some specs, show you some close-ups of this thing. So if you couldn't notice by the intro, these are Coyote Brown Firebrand gloves. Absolutely love these things. Dad and I have nicknamed them the Infinity Gauntlet because they're just that huge. These things are awesome. Now, a couple of things I want to point out. You'll see elastic around the wrist area. And this is pretty obvious. This simply just keeps it tight around your wrist. And in my mind, this also helps with the fit of the palm on your hand, because the tighter it is at the wrist, kind of stretches it out over your palm, making it fit like a glove. While we're on this side, I'll go ahead and point out, see a leather palm. This whole thing is a nylon shell, but as you can tell right here, GORE-TEX. It's got a GORE-TEX liner, so these things are 100% waterproof, windproof, all that good stuff. One of the unique things about these gloves, they feature removable liners. So as you can see here, simply undo two pieces of Velcro and the liner comes out. Now, as you can see, these liners are black. These alone are quite warm. We'll link a video in the description of our outdoor sleeping system. Extreme cold weather. These are the liners that I would be using inside of my sleeping bag with me if I were to layer up to I believe it's layer 5. Check that video out, a lot of information there. Kind of give you guys a guide of what you could craft your winter system like. Now, these gloves are, well, a lot of different things that go into the liners of these, but it's pretty much just a nylon polyester mix. As you can see, it's almost like a ripstop kind of material on the shell here. These are quite warm on their own. Now, to make things even better, the gloves themselves, or the shells themselves, I could say, have a liner in them as well. The material is a Moonlite Pile fleece palm. Very nice. Now, these things alone are quite warm as well. Then when you add that liner inside, guys, I'm telling you, these things will heat your hands up. Especially if you're doing any kind of movement. These things are almost too hot to wear around here. So real quick, I wanted to give you guys a demonstration of just how much dexterity you have with these gloves. I'm going to show you using the BK11, the Becker Necker. And as you can see here, it fits in the palm of my hand. I'd say from the tip of my fingers to the bottom of my palm is about the size that we have here. And it's pretty easy to use barehanded as far as manipulating it and creating grooves and just all around function of the blade. Isn't that hard barehanded. I mean, as you can see there, just get you focused. It can definitely be done. Now, let's see if it can be done wearing these cold weather gloves. So, to be completely fair, we're going to have the knife in the sheath. Okay. So, getting the knife out of the sheath, fairly simple. Stuff like that, not too hard. See if we can do a little there we go. Not quite feather sticking, but similar kind of motion. As you can see there, it's still able to be done. These things are absolutely awesome. Being able to manipulate a knife that small with cold weather gloves on is pretty stinking awesome. So I'm just walking around the yard here trying to find some different things that I could pick up to show you guys how much dexterity you still have with these gloves. As you can see, very easy to pick up sticks. Move you over here to a smaller stick. The dexterity is definitely still there. Here we have a board. Very easy to pick up. No problem at all. Here we have a real test. Firewood. Firewood, not a problem. Got some meat going on the grill today. Can open it up with ease. Oh, well. Gotta show you guys what we're cooking, right? Boston butt. Check that thing out. About time to give it a spray. Add on some more coals. Here we have a rake. Just wanted to show you how easy it is to hold this. You can see both hands, no problem. Rake, no problem. So what I like to go ahead and do is get the idiot tabs on first. Just helps out in the long run, getting these things on. Once you got those idiot tabs on, normally I have a watch on my left hand, so I like to go ahead and get my left hand on first. It just kind of helps with, kind of need to be able to work it over your watch a little bit better. Now normally I'll go ahead and tighten one all the way down. Just like so. And then from here, and this is another test of the dexterity, you're still able to get your thumb on the inside like that. Slip this glove on. Still have enough dexterity to tuck your jacket in. Simply bite the tab. And there you have it. Two gloves, two amazing gloves on your hands. Wanted to give you a size comparison. Seems a little extreme, but I think it'll give you a good idea of about how big these gloves are. Your standard 16-ounce boxing glove compared to this. As you can see, this boxing glove is obviously a lot bigger. But I just wanted to let you guys know these gloves are not huge, and well, they're big, but they're not this big. That's kind of what I'm trying to get across here. These gloves are not unusable because they're so big. I actually think for a cold weather glove that keeps your hands as warm as these do, they're a great size, honestly. So again, the comparison here, your hand is not as big as a boxing glove when you have this thing on, but well, there you go. I mean, it speaks for itself. Didn't really think about this before I put these on, but it's gonna be kind of hard to, oh, hey look, dexterity test of this. You guys know, trying to get boxing gloves off can be kind of hard sometimes. What more can you ask? I was able to peel that piece of Velcro up, pinch it with my fingers. Dexterity test, passed. Well folks, hope you enjoyed this overview of these Firebrand gloves. These things are absolutely amazing, very warm. Thank you for watching. Defend the weak, fight for what you love, and as always, may the wings of liberty never lose a feather, and God bless.